This week on Sport Fishing, join us as we go calico bass fishing at San Clemente Island, and we'll be fishing aboard the Pacifica, a large sport fisher that operates island freelance trips out of LA Harbor Sport Fishing in San Pedro. In today's show, we're going to be showing you how to use live sardines to catch calico bass. And in the galley, we're going to visit Paul's Kitchen in Monterey Park, where they're going to cook up one of their famous Chinese fish dishes for us. So sit back and enjoy this week's episode of Sport Fishing. This week's episode of Sport Fishing is brought to you in part by the people from Rebel Lures and Bomber Lures, and also by Silver Thread Line. When it's time to change your line, use Silver Thread. Well, welcome back. Well, thanks to great weather, we had a very smooth ride across the channel. It was still dark when we anchored up at San Clemente Island, and most of the anglers were already fishing before the sun ever popped up over the horizon. Our skipper for today's show is Guy Ashley, and he started us out today about halfway down the island on the front side. And as you can see, it didn't take long for the fish to start biting.
Well, look at the bass down in the water, guys. Up. Sit back. All right.
Nice bass.
Nice bass.
Let some slack out. There you go.
Oh, I'm gonna leave that full. Let me go.
There you go.
Thank you.
Okay.
Go ahead and pick out a bait for a sardine. Let's go ahead and pin it right to the nose. This hook's a little small, but the bass aren't too big. Let's get back in the corner. Light line, you get a lot more bites, but if we hook something decent, it's going to be hard to land it. This is only an 8-pound test line. This outfit here is something I'd use at Castaic or Casitas for freshwater bass. And using it here at San Clemente today because the fish are a little picky, a little bit smaller, or we're getting bit. Well, there we go. Got him this time. Oh, get out of that kelp. There we go. That's the problem, you fish this real light line. I mean, you got better chances of getting bit, but landing one, that's a different story. Go ahead. Hoist it up here. There we go. Good color. What is it? Calico? Yeah, it's calico. Get a big old sardine dragging out of his mouth. You can see this bait's almost half as big as this fish. So it didn't stop this bass from attacking it. Nice calico bass. Let's see if he's legal here. Rod down. Now all the boats, they have these marks. Calico Bass is fairly legal, just touches on both ends. But he's just barely 12. We'll let him grow up and get a little bit older. All right, well, stay tuned and we'll be right back with more action aboard the Pacifica.
The Galley, recipes and tips for preparing your fish at home. This week, The Galley is brought to you by Acme Lures.
Today in the Galley segment, we have something a little bit different for you. We're going to show you a Chinese recipe, and we're in Monterey Park at Paul's Kitchen. Standing next to me is Donald Yee.
Yes.
Thanks, Donald, for having
Hi,
us
Dan.
over.
How are you?
He's the owner of the restaurant, and we have the chef with us.
Yes, Ken Chen right here.
Ken Chen, nice to meet you. And he's going to be preparing a dish for us, and this is a flounder from back east, but Donald's pointed out to us that you could do this same dish with California halibut. And
Yes,
what is it
Dan.
we're going to be doing here?
Okay, Ken gonna be start to fillet the flounder.
Okay. Now, flounder, like a halibut, is a tricky fish to fillet. I know
Yes,
that.
definitely is.
Everything these guys cut with these big knives,
Yes.
boy, they use them like razor blades. Okay, so we've already filleted it,
Yes.
and we have this.
Okay. After fillet it, use the fin and the bone. Put them in cornstarch and then deep fry it.
Okay, so this is the whole fish carcass without the meat.
Right.
Okay. So we've already deep fried this once. Do we need to do that again?
You have to refry them when you're ready to serve.
Okay, so not now.
Not right now.
Okay, so now what we want to do is go ahead and work with the fish that we took out.
Yes, we're going to
Cut up, then we'll add ingredients to this, and then we'll
Yes.
stir fry it.
All right, Ken, right now, he's putting the ingredients in it.
And what ingredients are you going to add to this?
Okay, the ingredients is egg white, white pepper, sesame oil, low salt, just a pinch of MSG, and you will put a little cornstarch.
Just mix it by hand there.
Yes.
Okay,
And then with the little oil, the oil will seal all that, the coating in there.
Okay. Now we'll go ahead and cook this.
Now, then we're ready to stir fry the fish.
Okay. So this is a stir frying here.
Yeah. Dipping them right now?
Yeah.
Okay, what Ken is doing right now, he is heating up some oil, and this oil will not be very hot. If too hot, it's going to burn the fish.
And how long will we cook this?
This is only maybe about 30-40 seconds. That's it.
Huh. So that takes all the extra oil out of the fish?
Exactly.
Kind of drain it. And what's he gonna do next?
Now, next, right now, you put the vegetable, a little vegetable, like mushroom, snow peas, and carrots and so on. This stir fry, he's making the seasoning right now. A little sugar, a little salt. Now he's using the cornstarch to thicken it. Now, then after that, because the fish already pre-cooked already, Now he's ready. Okay.
So we take our fish carcass and we add that back in there?
Yeah.
So this is stir-fried flounder
Yes.
with vegetables.
Yes. What's your fork?
And this is our beautiful dish. And is there a fancy name for this in Chinese?
Well,
or is it-
actually, in Chinese they do have a fancy name. But however, in this moment, I can't translate from Chinese to English.
Okay, so basically it's a stir-fried flounder.
Yes.
You could do the same thing with halibut.
Yes.
And I think your chef did a great job of showing us and you explaining it. I think this is a dish that somebody could try at home. I don't
Yeah,
think
definitely.
it doesn't seem like it's that
And why don't you
difficult.
go ahead and try a piece?
All right, I'll try one. This one.
I see the texture is smooth. You don't have to chew it. Almost you can swallow it in.
Yeah, that's delicious. And I can't believe how quick that cooked. That was only about 45 seconds in your wok.
Oh yeah,
Well,
stir fry, it has to be quick.
Thank you very much, Don, for having us.
Okay.
Thank you very much. And for those of you that have never been here at Paul's Kitchen in Monterey Park, highly recommend you come down and try one of these flounder dishes or even a halibut dish like this. This is delicious. Thanks again. I'm going to take this one to the table.
All right.
Excellent. Caught a fish. I don't want myself. Right in the corner.
What's your number?
Excellent. Number 10. Thank you.
We got you and me and somebody else.
Another hook in the female. That's okay. How's it when you let go last year?
Which who ended up catching this a few minutes ago?
We got 2 hooks in it.
Let him go. He deserves it. Give me my hook back and let that guy go.
This fish was so hungry he ate 2 lines.
I don't know about this. Thank you.
Okay.
What do you want to do with your fish?
Oh, let him go. He's that stupid. You gotta let him go.
Nice calico bass.
Because he'll breed other stupid fish, so many people will be able to catch calico bass.
There's another quality bass right tonight.
This is from Team Boat Soda. Team Boat Soda.
Another Clementi bass. Now I know they're wide open. We got fish eating 2 hooks at a time, and then even I get bit. That was a pretty gutsy bass by 2 at a time.
Get my bass thumb back.
There we go. See where this hook is. Okay, this hook's rather deep in the fish, so what we're gonna do, just cut the line. These hooks are made of bronze, or bronze coated, I should say, and they rust out really quick. Within a day or 2, that hook's gonna rust out of the fish will be fine. So just go ahead and release them. The fish will be fine, and just go ahead and tie on another hook. It's a lot better you get a situation like this to just cut it off, tie on another hook than to kill a small fish like that. There's plenty of fish here, you don't need to kill them that small.
Yeah, that's a keeper.
Oh, calico bass.
All right.
This is calico bass just caught by this gentleman. It happens to be my father. And you haven't seen him on any of the shows yet. He just caught this calico bass, about 14 inches. You don't want it to. No. Good. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and release this. There we go. Oh, couldn't do it on the other rod. Well, this is my dad, Paul, and he's out fishing with us today. And my mom's somewhere on the boat too, so hopefully we'll introduce you to her in a little while. That's a nice fish, Dad.
Thank you.
Well, we just made a small move. We picked up a few spots where we're fishing farther down on the front side, and we just slid about maybe 3-4 miles, still on the front side of the island, but much closer. Before we were fishing in about 80 feet of water. Now we're fishing in about 35, at the most 40. Still fishing the same style with the fly line sardine. Small musthead hook. This is a 1-0. And I got a Jigmaster Junior 20-pound test line and a pin rod. And what we have here, you see this little dark area, is nothing more than a small little reef, and the fish are holding on it. We're anchored right off the reef, and then on the other side of the reef we have kelp that goes right next to the shore there. See the fish boiling here. So all we're trying to do is just fly line some baits in there to the fish. They're holding on the structure, and then the crew's throwing the anchovies or chiming the baits over the side. And all we're trying to do with that is just to attract the fish a little bit off the rocks so we have a shot at them. Because if you have to hook them right in that little reef there, it'd be pretty tough to get them out. You have to set the hook hard, crank on them fast, and just get them away from the rocks. But you can see all kinds of fish in here. It's very shallow here. It's just straight sand below us. You can see the bottom. Not very deep at all. And we can see calico swimming all through here, so let's try this for a little bit. Little calico on the light line. On 15. So, looks like a calico. It is a calico. There we go. It's a short calico bass here. Just go ahead and let him go. There he goes. Just got him on the fly line here. I was fishing 20-pound earlier, dropped down to 15, and just fishing with a small pin reel. This is a 940, and this is a custom wrap saber rod that I've had for a few years. Juan's got a fish here. We got about 5 fish going now. All right, Juan, legal one. Get in here. Let's toss it out here. I need a gaff. This is a larger fish. This is a larger fish. Need a big sardine on 15-pound test line. Oh, there he is.
It's like sticking out
Over everybody here. You're good. Bounce up in here.
I'll bounce.
There he is. Nice piece.
This is all
There you go.
Hey, you put it on 15.
All right, Dad, I'll give it to you.
That's
Nice
a good one.
Whoa.
Put it on 15. That's a good size. What's the number?
26.
That's what we've been trying to get. This is a Clementi bass.
Oh, back available back
We're
there.
trying to get.
Yeah,
Got
go
it
watch
fishing
that
out here
fly
aboard the
line
Pacifica. Nice fish.
Good
Put it in my dad's bag. All right, well, stay tuned and we'll be right back with more action aboard the Pacifica.
Yoo-hoo! Fish Tales is brought to you by Checkpoint Hook and Knife Sharpeners.
This week's Fish Tales comes to us from Bobby Oda of Pasadena. Bobby was fishing aboard the Dreamer just off Catalina Island when he hooked up with this 22-pound white sea bass. Congratulations, Bobby. Any angler would be proud to land a fish like that. For being our Fish Tale of the Week, Bobby has landed a free copy of my book, Saltwater Fishing Adventures. Be sure to get your fish tales into us because every one that's used on the air also receives a copy of my book. Send your fish tales, photos or videos, and any questions or comments to Sport Fishing, P.O. Box 90, Montebello, California, 90640. Lift the rod up, lift the rod up. There you go. There you go. Well, you haven't seen this lady on TV before. This is my mom. There you go. Just lift the rod. There you go. Nice and easy. There's a piece of kelp that he was in. There you go. Sit back. What? You? I saw you also. This one, it's legal. You want to keep it? You want to let it go?
Keep it. It's my first one.
Oh, okay. It's her first one today. She's fished before. This might be your first Calico Bass, huh? Oh, this is my mom.
Hi.
This is my dad.
This is my first fish.
Her first Calico Bass. So go ahead and put that aside. You want to do some?
Shake it up right here.
The tip of the week is brought to you by Checkpoint Hook and Knife Sharpeners.
Next to me is the skipper of the Pacifica, Guy Ashley, and he'll be giving us this week's tip of the week.
This week's tip of the week would be conservation. Be aware of the fishing laws. Make sure you only keep as much as you need and the size limit. Never keep a bass under 12 inches. It takes a long time to get that size when they reproduce.
That's a good thing to point out. I know a couple of spots we got today. I mean, we had to go through 5 or 6 fish to get a legal fish, and if those little fish weren't being taken care of and released properly, we wouldn't have a shot at the bigger fish.
That's correct. They wouldn't have a chance to multiply. By the time they're 12 inches in length, that's the time they start reproducing. So make sure you never take a bass under 12 inches.
And if you're not sure how big a fish is or that it's legal or not, all the sport boats in the back by the bait tanks have a place where you can actually measure them. On the Pacifica, they have about 4 different spots where you can go measure your fish, be it calico, halibut, or barracuda, white sea bass, and make sure they're a legal fish. So that's a great tip. And Guy, I'd like to thank you for having us out.
Thank you for coming out, Dan.
On behalf of myself and all the staff from Sport Fishing, we had a great time. We had a great trip out here. I hope all of you enjoyed fishing with us today aboard the Pacifica at San Clemente Island. Well, I'm Dan Hernandez, hoping you enjoy this week's episode, and I hope you join us again next week when we go looking for more of the best in sport fishing. You ready to go?
Ready to go. Wrap her up.